Alright, so we're looking at this last Saturday morning blog that strictly did not comply with EI. And the subject I'm talking about is Vortexx on the CW. I watched Vortexx a lot when I was growing up, and I didn't have time to watch Vortexx and Toonzai's cousin brand Jetix, because I don't know about Jetix because I wasn't around, because I don't know about Disney nor Nickelodeon at all. But if I haven't went through Kids WB on the CW, I wouldn't be making this video right now. So, here it is, the history and what happened to Vortexx. How did it get to be and what happened to it. In this video, we're going to find out how the Saturday morning cartoons era had ended. Now, before Vortexx and the CW for Kids, there was Kids WB, launched in 1995. I know. The CW didn't exist until 2006, but we're kind of close. Kids WB stayed on the WB network until the WB was eventually been replaced by the CW in 2006. The CW was launched in September 2006 and was created by CBS Corporation and Time Warner to replace the WB and UPN respectively. And until Kids WB was moved to the CW for obvious reasons in 2006. Soon, in 2008, Kids WB on the CW was discontinued due to fierce competition and lack of advertising. The time slot that Kids WB aired was sold to 4Kids Entertainment, and they became in charge of programming for it. And the CW for Kids was launched. But soon, in 2010, CW for Kids was renamed to Toonzai for obvious reasons on August 14th, 2010, and was discontinued just over 2 years later on August 18th, 2012. Because 4Kids amassed a lot of problems. Because Nihao Ass Systems and TV Tokyo filed in a $4 million lawsuit against 4Kids Entertainment. And so, 4Kids Entertainment received an 11th chapter of bankruptcy protection, and Saban Capital Group and Konami placed bids to acquire most of their assets. Konami received the U.S. rights to Yu-Gi-Oh! And Saban received everything else, including the rights to Toonzai. And so, Saban took in charge of programming for Toonzai, and Toonzai was replaced with Vortexx. Vortexx aired on Saturday mornings, filling the void, half the void that Kids WB and the CW for Kids left behind. It carried on the legacy of the predecessor. And also, Vortexx carried on the Fox Kids legacy better than Disney XD. It aired Dragon Ball Z Kai, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Sonic X, Power Rangers, WWE Saturday Morning Slam, and many more. Even Digimon Fusion. However, even though Vortexx do play on Saturday mornings, they even played on Sundays. Some stations like WUPA Atlanta, the CW 69, aired it on Sunday instead, because of the CW 69's Saturday morning schedule. Yeah, this is only for the cause in Atlanta and some other stations. So, in fact, Vortexx was the last Saturday morning blog that did not comply with EI. However, even though Vortexx had to comply with the Children's Television Act, they added Cubics, Robots for Everyone, to the lineup because the Children's Television Act must state that all broadcast stations must air educational programming per Saturday morning. The shows Vortexx aired did not comply with EI, so Cubics Robots for Everyone was added to the lineup. I know, it sucks that EI programming had been taken over, but we're not really that close. So, Vortexx was the last traditional Saturday morning block. And so, just over 2 years later, on May 31st, 2014, the CW announced that Vortexx will be discontinued later that year in favor for a new block. Because the CW announced it would partner up with a company named Litton Entertainment, who ruined Saturday mornings, to make a new teenagers block to replace Vortexx on the CW. And so, on September 27th, 2014, Vortexx on the CW was discontinued, and 1 week later was replaced by Litton Entertainment's One Magnificent Morning. And so, from now on, every week, when we see the CW Saturday morning block, this announcer is going to say, when you see this symbol, you know you're watching something that's educational and informational. And when it's during One Magnificent Morning on the CW, you're seeing something cool and intense and very interesting. It's during One Magnificent Morning every week on the CW. I'm going to have to disagree because EI programming kind of sucks because this is the FCC's doing, because this is its handiwork. So it was the end. Not only the descendants' legacy of Fox Kids, but decades worth of Saturday morning cartoons. Not only there will be non-EI programming for little children, but thus leaving people into moving and watching shows on digital streaming services. I miss the Saturday morning blocks, but do not worry. Fans were kind of wondering if their beloved era of Saturday morning cartoons was gone for good, until Sinclair announced that they would return to Saturday morning blocks by launching Kids Click. Kids Click carried on the Vortexx, Toon's Eye, and the Kids WB legacy, and carried on the Nickelodeon legacy. I don't know about the Disney legacy, but I don't know. In fact, this Kids Click was an only test and see if it can go on. But unfortunately, this didn't go on because during 2019 on Twitter, when the Kids Click Twitter page announced that they would discontinue their Kids Click block on the CW, Viz TV, Fox, some other local stations that Sinclair owned, and so Kids Click ended its run. During last year, it was the end of Saturday morning cartoons yet again. However, Saturday morning cartoons isn't gone for long because during 2020, MeTV publicly announced that they would revive Saturday morning cartoons by making a new Saturday morning block for children called Tune In With Me. That's Tune In With Me, with the TOON in with me. Not the Tuned In With Me. Yeah. Who thought of that? So, Tune In With Me will be launched in January 2021. I don't know what other stations are going to air it. I sure hope they won't end up like how Fox was, because all Fox affiliates had their Fox Kids block at first because well, unfortunately, the affiliates didn't like what Fox Kids was doing to their schedules because they increased and decreased the schedules over and over, messing up their news and business. In fan-made history, in my fan-made in Tajmir version, the CW in fan-made concept continued their Saturday morning cartoons block till January 2021 until further notice is they continue the CW Saturday morning cartoons block that I made for the CW network and fan made content until 2021 until it will be replaced by Tune In With Me. And by the way, I will definitely watch Tune In With Me on Me TV. I will make a first commercial break about it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of Vortexx? Do you think it should continue on? Do you think it was smart for the CW to kill it? Now, thanks for watching. And by the way, I will definitely cover Noggin and Nickelodeon's Worldwide Day of Play the next time in a future video.